but each year we do a lifestyle to health program. And this year it's free. Last couple years it's been free. We've charged before, but we want to get out to more people. So welcome. I hope you all enjoy the program. A little history about the program. We blend several different programs in this one. Number one is we use Duke University, Dr. Walter Kempner. We use several fellows. We use Norman Walker, Jack LaLanne, and Joe Cross in another component of it. And we also use Dr. T. Colin Campbell from Cornell University. All three of those, and we blend those into one program. As an overview, today's more of an overview. We'll get started today. We'll get into the nutrition component tomorrow. If someone wants to jump in today, they can. But there's several different phases. There's a restoring phase, or I call the restoration phase. And it's kind of like if you're going to go, you're driving down the road and you see an old 1957 Chevy, and you go in and you go up and you say, "Ma'am, what are y'all doing with that old car out there?" And she says, "Honey, you can have it if you want it." And great, I'll get it. And so you get your buddy to come up with a rollback and you get that old Chevy and take it back to your place. It's probably going to need restored. You're going to have to take a grinder to it. You're going to have to use tiger paw and sand it and prime it and paint it and put new tires on it. And you're going to need to put new upholstery, maybe rebuild the engine. But that is the restoring phase. Then there's a maintenance phase, and the maintenance phase is once you're done. You don't take a grinder through the car. Once it's maintained or it's restored, you're going to maintain it. You're going to rotate the tires. You're going to change the oil, and that's how this program works. Is that we do a restoring program, and then we go until you get to where you need to be, and then you get to and then you go into the maintenance program. And to give you an example, about 30 years ago, I got sick with something called ulcerative colitis. And at that time, I was working in regular health care, and I used the drugs. And for about 2.5, 3 years, I used the medications, and they worked fine. And then they just plumb quit working. And I went into the gastroenterologist in Asheville, and he said, "Walt, your colon," he said, is there's no intact tissue. He says, "It looks like a piece of hamburger meat. It looks like it's been drugged down I-40. And he says, "You're going to die." And people can die from ulcerative colitis. I went from 200 and some pounds down to 140 pounds. I was doing not very well. Well, when a person says you're going to die, you go to another person. So I went to another physician, and he says, "I think I can help you." It took 6 months to restore that ulcerative colitis colon, but it did restore it, and it's been now 25 years without any problems. And so what happened was I did 6 months of restoring, and then I've now maintained it for 25 years. Let's say a person has diabetes. We go into the restoring program, and we see over a 98% reversal rate of type 2 diabetes, but we've got to restore the body. And then once we restore it, then we go into the maintenance phase where we just maintain the person. Or let's say a person has cardiovascular disease. Let's say they have congestive heart failure. Well, we're going to do a restoring process to restore that heart muscle, to restore the electrical system and the circulatory system, and then you maintain it. So what we'll do in this 31 days is a restoring focus, and then we'll point you to the maintenance program.